Alright, let's chat and watch me play some Counter-Strike. Now, there has been a lot of talk over the past few years of Apple's product line growing increasingly more complex, and how this is negatively impacting consumers by making their purchasing decisions a lot more difficult. As humans, we seem to have fairly selective memories. We remember the past in certain lights, and people always remember Apple as one of those it just works companies who have had simple products in terms of both usability and product lines. But that is just not the case. Apple's new products have always been accompanied by a plethora of help and support material, and their product lines, despite Steve Jobs' famous 4 quadrants, have always been relatively complicated. As Apple's new product lines have matured, they have all grown to be more and more diverse, and this is just natural product progression as these products move and grow into various markets. Remember when the iPod was released? Well, there was only ever a single model. Now think about how many iPod models there are. Similarly with the iPhone and now the iPad. It seems to be the natural progression of all of Apple's product lines and products in general, but people forget this. However, there are still people who deny that Apple's product lines have grown more complicated. I've been reading more and more articles recently about how simple Apple's product lineup still is. That they simply have 3 iPhone sizes and 3 iPad sizes, and that's it. That you basically pick your product and then pick your size and everyone's happy. But that's not the case either. The difference between the iPhone SE, iPhone 6s, and iPhone 6s Plus go far deeper than their physical dimensions. The Touch ID sensor, Force Touch technology, and the cameras all differ between all 3 models. And what this means for consumers is that they have to make compromises. This is where my frustrations lie. The iPhone SE, for example, is a great device by any measure, although it's strikingly obvious that in order to keep prices down, Apple are opting to clear out the supply chain. The first generation Touch ID sensor alludes heavily to this fact. It's also a shame that even with a product as new as the 12-inch iPad Pro, that its marginally younger 9.7-inch sibling, released only months later, already saw feature differentiation with its True Tone display technology. No matter what the reasons for any of these differences are, it falls back on the consumers to A, learn of all these differences if they want to make the best purchasing decision, and B, make compromises based on size, features, or price. So no, Apple's products don't simply differ on size. But no, Apple's product lines are not getting more complicated than history would suggest. In short, they're not doomed. At least not yet. Alright, thanks for listening. If you liked today's video and you'd like to hear more about Apple, then hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, and I will see you guys next time.